Hello everyone, welcome to Toyeen Talks. Báwo ló ṣe ń lọ lọ́dọ̀ yín? Okay, this is just a quick one. I'd like to thank you all for watching. Till I'll see you in my next video. Stay safe, stay blessed. I love you all. Bye.
Don't join me together. Many pastors here have been busted. Many secret cult people have been busted. But until they are busted, government will not do anything.
Of what they've done, they will come and say, just the way we've seen one or two videos. I'll say, I attended Nebaut Academy, my life changed, I see God, I hear God, blah, 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 and all the stuff. They will do that. And when people see those people that they already were looking up to because they're successful in one way or the other,
they will think that is where they made it from.
Like, oh boy, if this lady have done this course and everything, let me go and do
Let me to go and join.
The money, they had to do whatever they had to do to get the money. And that was how she was recruiting people. Think about it.
And now she wants to exonerate herself.
I heard that there were about 200 in one court. So this lady was milking them dry, and yet AJ was saying that I didn't give her any money. And she said her own self that she did 3 courts. That's about $900. And I'm not talking about, it's not even $300 per theory or something, I think. That's over $900
per person.
You gave to this lady, apart from the ones that you did that we don't know, at least the one that you paid to do. Ask the people that did this court, or that did this academy and the rest, the way she talks to them, the way she, anyway, let's leave that one. They know why they are there. She said George Solomon is a prophet over her life. You see this whole thing about my prophet, the one that speaks over my life and everything, is part of the reasons why we are where we are today.
Benny, we have not seen anything.
The fact that we have gifts to the body of Christ. We have pastors, we have apostles, we have teachers, we have prophets, we have all those things. They are in, and according to what the scripture says, is to build us to the image of Christ. Is to help us do the work of ministry. Not so that we have one person, I say the prophet over my life, the apostle, the one that speaks over my life. Every time I want to make a decision, I have to go and meet them. One of Adriel's business former staff was telling me how they will come to the office, come and give profits and everything. Adriel will carry money, give to them and the rest. By the way, all of you that do all these things, see, somebody's milking you. They'll come and tell you, hey, I saw this about you, this one, that one. We need to pray, we need to fast. Then when they come, of course, they know that when they come to give this prophet, you will not take prophecy and give to them. All of these guys are scammers, big time scammers. And that's what Adriel is saying, that she's a prophet over my life. So,
prophet over her life. The question they should be asking in Ejiro, how did she become broke? How did she become broke? Somebody that was doing very well. How did she become broke? Is it that she has sown all, as she's making money, she's sowing it to the prophet over her life? As she's making money, she's sowing into the prophet of her life. Remember a case of somebody I told you who left Europe to go and sow 8 million naira to the life of a pastor in Nigeria, because that pastor is the prophet over her life that is calling altar of fire on top of her. This one self never married, she no get pikin. Successful ladies are their target now. Hardworking, successful ladies, they are very, very vulnerable because they think that is where their solution is. And I keep telling you guys, if you are here, you are in the age of where you should have had husband and have children. I know husband is coming now. This is one of the problems they have created, where some of you think a marriage is everything. Not everything will have married. Not every woman will get married. Know that and know peace, and find a way to be happy with yourself, with your status. A man may come, a man may not come. Many people older than you, they are there. No husband, no child. But you have opportunity at your own generation to do it better. My own generation, the one before me, the one before the one before me, they didn't have the opportunity you have. Opportunity of adoption, opportunity of IVF, opportunity of surrogacy. Before you will get depressed and enter inside cult, or You enter inside one church and one pastor will be saying, sow a seed, sow a seed, sow a seed. You have spiritual husband, one clinical husband. It is all a lie and fabu. Young ladies of less than 30, children that they are very, very younger than you, they are having children without husband now. Because they look at it, they don't want to have children in old age. And they look at their age, they are getting close to, not even this age that many people are getting to menopause. You have opportunities. Why do you think somebody is prophet over your head? And that person is saying, sow this one, sow that one, and you are giving. How did Ejiro become broke? Ejiro, styled by Ejiro, just go to Instagram. Her account has been disabled, either by her or her Instagram, I don't know. But just type her name out. Type her name on Instagram and go and see the kind of clothes Ejiro was making. How do the type of Ejiro, with the kind of job he's doing, how did she become broke? Was she giving to the prophet of her head? Abikilo pe pastor. Prophet over her head. If a prophet is collecting $900, hey! Walai, if you are looking for people who are very easy to buy, it is Nigerians, both home and abroad. Benny, don't think it's like ladies in Nigeria they are scamming. No. The ones that are abroad, their own is worst. Ladies in abroad, the kind sow, whether they sow into pastor's life, no be here. The kind contribution they are making to make pastor's life very comfortable. Most of them are working to survive, to sustain pastor. So I'm not surprised that Ejiro became broke to the extent she sold her things. She was not thinking right anymore. Nobody will sell all her things. And some people think, though she's an adult, every decision she has made and the repercussion is on her. It's not even on Ovie as a brother. Trust me. By the time she will come back to her senses, Ovie can only do little. Time will have been lost. Prestige will have been lost. A lot of things will have been lost. That is why whatever decision you are making, whatever decision you are making, the repercussion, either positive or negative, is on you as an adult. Go and type Ejiro. Ejiro is not a small fry. Styled by Ejiro. If the like of Ejiro can enter this kind of trap, that means they will not even take poor people inside. They will not take ladies that are managing. Even that Joyce Awoshika, she's a big fry too. Go and type. Go and check their portfolio on Instagram. You'll be shocked as learned, as despite the fact that all these things is happening in our society, they still they catch us. This is another scamming. The lady no do church. She just use brain on them. Sam. Somebody said Fumi Obembe too is a big fry. I didn't even bother to check that one out. I didn't remember to check that one out. It's so sad. Very sad. And there are so many of them that are trapped like that. I will call it trap house. Unfortunately, this is a house that does not have a physical building, at least that anybody can identify. Lady, ẹni tó bá ní ibẹ̀ yẹn, ó mọ nǹkan tó ń ṣe, ó ti jẹ lọ. You know why? She played smart on them. They fell for it. And this one that many of them do not even know who she is. How do people even deal with somebody that is only talking to you on chats? You don't see that person. It shows how gullible we are as a people. It shows how gullible we are as a people. Somebody said, that's why I'm not comfortable about Mama Lakija, because something is not right.
Defend herself, prophet over her life, that is there pushing you guys. And this lady is so smart. that as the time she ended the last court, she intentionally told them that the ministry is going on a break because the
Ministry
devil
does
was
it break.
after her and everything. She knew that the bubble was about to burst because we were then started looking for her, making inquiries, talking to people. Because before now, people like the Fumi Obembes and the rest, she had done it for Fumi for over 3 years and the rest. Nothing was majorly happening. But now that Ejio's family got involved and she saw that we were relentless and everything, she knew that something else was coming. And everybody that does this kind of scammers, they know that one day the bubble will burst. So she told them that she's going to go into hides and everything. Some that have been in hiding since. And all of them believe. And
Joyce.
Joyce Awushika said that she left
the
group.
So I'm not the only one calling her Ibukun.
You left the group as I went. The last court, did you facilitate or not? And you stayed to the end. And they shut it down and you said you left. No, please, tell us exactly when you left. Come on and tell us why you left. Show us communications to prove what you're saying. Anyways, this video is not even about you. Then she said something that amazed me. She said she mentioned Taye, the one that did this video,
the pastor,
the second in command, the one that stayed in Adriel's house.
That one that was looking like
he didn't just get the
that one is not looking well too.
He was given $10 million and $1,000. He said he didn't get. Adriel said that was not all he received. That the money he used to go and rent another house was given by the same Joyce Solomon. So what does it tell you? Most of the people at that level, they benefited from it. And Adriel even said it, that admin members, all of them coming out to say this, you know how Joyce Solomon gave you. So that means that she was smart about this thing. She made certain people admin, they benefited from it.
They say she made some people admin to benefit from it. And definitely where you are benefiting from, you will not be able to talk. You will defend it with everything. That Bishop Taye was told to leave his 9 to 5 job. Married man with children, no. Ribo Sheri, can't you see the way he's looking? That one is not looking normal. Once he bati eje already. After Joyce Abikilonje, Joyce Solomon finished using that one. His own story. His own story will be worst. Because I'm not sure he's out of the place. I'm still thinking he might still be part of them. He only came out to debunk. So that, he has a face to his own. He has a face to himself. So they will not catch him. That's why he quickly come out and say, this is it. Oh. For some of us that missed Taye, this is Taye. Taye, kilolo untunje. Sheba and sorrow embuwa. In fact, his own video is up to part 2. That first part, let me see if I still have the second one. If I've not deleted it. Because my phone was really misbehaving yesterday. I couldn't take a lot of videos where I went to. Taye came out twice. And he did a 2-part video. Oh, multi delete. I've deleted it. Okay, I can still get it. Because the only one the people saw was the first part that was circulating. Bishop Taye, Adekoni. Don't worry. Okay, this is. See the Taye. Taye is not looking okay too.
Also known as Bishop Taye, formerly of.
So that was the one that I posted. So there is another one. He actually did 2 videos. And on his page, there is no other post. There is no other post on his page apart from those 2 videos. So which shows there is something about him too that is not right. There is more than what he is saying outside. He's not saying the whole truth. There is more about him. But of course, he too is a victim. But he doesn't know he's a victim. This is the second part.
Retaining tenancy of that house. But she'll go back and tell them that she wants it now. Right? And that I can just wire the money into her account and she'll pay. Now, I was a bit skeptical at that point in time. I was like, I don't like the issues of subletting. I've had cases of people who sublet.
Sorry, when I say an important comment, I will stop. Somebody said, so if nobody has seen this woman, how do we know How do we know Joy exists? Could be an Indian scammer somewhere passing off as Joy. It could be anyone. You have a point, because they brought out a picture, but Ovie said they approached Joy Solomon's husband, the sister, and the brothers. You remember when he was talking? So I don't know, but you could be right. You know, this is the era of technology. Anything could have happened. But anyway, these tires, as we are seeing, to me, okay, mo.
And then they get thrown out, or the landlord say, I don't know you, the main tenant I know. So I was like, can I get to meet these property managers? But I was outvoted on that particular call, where they said, no, you have to pay agency, they want to take all the charges they usually take. So do not go, you just allow Jogo to renew the rent. And if anyone sees you in that property, she'll just tell them you are a brother, right? And so Jogo went ahead to tell people around that I'm a brother. And so I paid the money. I also paid for some repairs and things that were brought into the house to the taste I wanted, out of the 10 million naira I had. And that was how we began living in the house. Now, AJ was supposed to relocate. I was told she would go to Lagos first and go to relocating, and that was fine by me. But problem came sometime when our brother Ovie and her sister Jennifer came to the house. They already know our house. They knew it was our house. They called. They came, and when I let them in, they were like, they are looking for AJ, that they've not been in touch with her.
He's a bishop.
They see that someone else is taking over the residence and properties are there. So that means I know Ejiro. I said, yes, I know Ejiro. And all I know is Ejiro is fine. I wonder why she's not reaching out to you guys. But I will speak with her and let her know that you guys are being in touch. And they left that day. So I went to that same day I called Ejiro. I spoke with Ejiro. I spoke with Josulima. I said, this is the situation with a family. They are not aware that she's not around, that she's in Lagos. I was told, no, don't bother about that. We'll resolve it and everything. I had to still call Ejiro again and tell Ejiro, please, they are your family, put their minds at rest. At least they are.
Which number is he using to call Ejiro? If Ovie, you are here watching, hold Taye very well. I know you cannot arrest Taye for what is going on. Your sister have come out so that you won't be able to arrest him. But ask him for the number he's using to reach out to Ejiro. He has mentioned like 3-4 times now that he called Ejiro, and I called Ejiro, and I say reach out to your sister, and they say, and I say Ejiro, and I called Ejiro. He has mentioned 3 to 4 times. Which number is he using to reach Ejiro?
And they will be worried about you. So I guess she did call and let them know that she was fine. And so there was some temporary peace. Now, at a particular point in time, now this was where things started getting a bit corny and out of hand, and where I started getting some uncomfortable feelings. So at some point in time, it became clear that every member of the admin who were close to Solomon had to change their numbers and get new numbers, because they don't want people to be in undue contact with them.
Changing of numbers by people is a red flag. By companies, by individuals, when they change number anyhow, is always a red flag. Most people who change numbers anyhow are either with people doing some dubious things or scammers. How can he change the number of all the admin? The same way they said they closed down the group and said the ministry is going on recession, a big break. Ministry, they go break. Normal ministry. Let's forget whether they are collecting offering and tithes. Those ones are still normal. No ministry, they collect offering, they go on break. To the extent they are changing numbers of all the admin. What is the thing that is going on in that place? What if it is worst? Don't let us keep quiet. Ovie, please, continue your job. And please, as you do, send your videos, make we help you spread them. When I keep saying, when I come out to start talking, this one is Antichrist, I say I never see anything. How many of us ever think of this kind of a thing happening in our society? A full-grown lady doing very well in a business suddenly collapsed the business to relocate to another place. Went into debt, paying and all that to pray. And she relocates. She doesn't want to deal with the family anymore. It's unfortunate.
Contact with them, right? So you just get new SIMs.
What happened?
Register it, change your bank details on to the new SIM, and then destroy your old SIM. Now, the aim of this was to make people disconnect or isolated from their families, dissociate from their families. And for me, for me and my wife, it was a touchy point for us because we had families who, if they don't see us if they don't hear for us for a day, there's problem. So even when she kept reminding me, Bishop Tai, when are you changing your SIM? When are you getting a new SIM? I didn't budge. I didn't bother changing my SIM. And up to the point she herself got SIM cards for us in August and sent it over and said, this is the new SIM you'll be using, destroy the old SIM card. Somehow I still found the excuse on why I should use the old SIM card. And so for every other member of the
cult,
everyone changed their numbers and all that. And so with that, Ejiro became incommunicable. They couldn't call her again because she changed her number. So her family reached out and said, Ejiro is not. Ejiro, please. I reached out to Ejiro. I said, Ejiro, please. Your family are worried again. Please do not cut off communication with them. If that's the thing they have going for them right now, to know that you are fine, please do not cut off communication. So that was that, and this was one of the issues. Please, I'm just listening out so that you can understand the trajectory of events. This was one of the issues. It may look like something small, but this was one of the issues we had with the ministry that made us leave. Isolation from family members.
Okay, he has left.
It looked like we were disobeying instructions to change our SIM cards. Also, we're not supposed to allow family members to visit. Obviously, we are family oriented. My mother-in-law came to visit, my father-in-law came to visit, my sister came to visit us in that particular house. And when the Solomon heard about it, she was not so happy. In fact, she lambasted us and was like, the instruction was clear, you should not allow your family members to come in, but we are family oriented. Now, all this
that's one of the
bring us
signs.
We are no longer in contact with our family. The same way you have people like this who their family have not been in touch with them, who their families cannot contact them. But that was something we refused to do, right? And it became an issue. And so about somewhere around, like I did about 2.0, that's the second edition, and I said up to that point things were still normal as much as I could peak. But after 2.0, 3.0, 4.0, those are the editions after the second edition. Yeah,
this one is 4.0.
From what people said, and it became like these teachings are becoming mixed. These teachings are becoming error prone. Something is wrong somewhere. Things are no longer what they used to be. And somewhere along the line, something definitely happened with the message from after I did 2.0, 3.0. In fact, just someone told me at that point in time, at 4.0, that I had a scholarship I should come to do 4.0. And I told
which one is 4.0?
I had so much riding on me at that point in
Who
time.
knows?
I don't want to do 4.0. So I kind of dodged 4.0. My wife took 4.0. The 5.0, that's the last edition. She mentioned that, oh, you have to do this one. There's no escape for you this time. This is the last edition. I didn't want to do it, but somehow I felt committed to do it. And for those who attended that particular course, especially those who were in the same project team as me, as I was, they can attest to it that my mind was not fully there. Even when they had discussions, I was somehow quite poor. I was saying, why are you not saying anything? We know you now talk, but I was not in a place to actually mingle and interact because I was already picking things. I was seeing things that were not aligning with my spirit. And at that point in time, I was telling my wife, we need to leave this particular ministry. These things are becoming rather what I don't know. This is not what I signed up for, right? And so somewhere along the line, the other instructions she gave us that didn't make sense, and we did not follow through with them. If we had followed through with them, would have been part of those people that their families were looking
for
them. And that's why it seems like every other person who has been camped there is a victim, because they followed the instructions, and we said no, we could not follow this instruction. Right, there was one particular instruction she gave at the end of the day that we said no, and that was the last straw that brought the camel's back, and she was like, no, and it became something that became messy between both parties, and then we just knew this was the limit, and that was in December 2024. We just knew this was the limit. And at that point in time, she was already meeting, she was going somewhere, she was going to be persecuted like Jesus Christ, the third person in Trinity, and all those things were not. And I was not really entertaining them. Right? So she was talking about the ministry being on leave. I just knew I was going to leave at that point in time, but since the ministry was going to go on leave or on a break, I said, okay, I don't want to cause a scene, I don't want to cause drama. People say, oh, Bishop Tai is no longer in the ministry, and start calling her. I will just wait and allow things play out until the ministry goes on a break, and I just know I'm done with these guys. So once they did the services, some things at the end of the day, I was just even joining. I wasn't really doing anything particular. Some other persons led the service and did demonstrations because I wasn't having any of it. So after the break and the ministry went on break, I had nothing to read them. Officially at that point in time, I was no longer a member of Abasak ministry. Few people who were close to me from that group, from that ministry, I told them at that particular point that I have chats of people that I spoke with at that point that I let them know, but I didn't want to make it known to everyone. So I just told these people that, see, I'm no longer with Abasak ministry. There are differences in ideology, there are differences in what we believe, and I think this is a good parting point. So obviously after I left, I was cut off. Every member of the team cut off with me. Even Ajiro, I didn't have access to her again. Everyone went to change their number because I had numbers that they changed to before as I was a member of the team. But at the time when I left, and something that I record, you just make sure you have no contact with anyone who has left so that they cannot pollute you or try to convince you. So at that point in time, I had no access to Ajiro. I had to resort to the last thing and only thing I knew I could reach out to. I had to send series of mails to Adrian and say, Adrian, your family is worried about you. Sister called me at a particular point in January, and I told her, see, I'm no longer with this ministry, I'm no longer with these guys, and any information I have to help you, I would give. And I did that, helped her with how to get through to Adrian, which was what paid the result that they were even able to see her. And she said she was not coming, that she was not under duress, she was not kidnapped and all that, she's not missing, she's fine and she wants to remain. It was because I gave out the information I did to her sister. Right? I understand if my names are being called to all of these things because I was a prominent figure in Abasak ministry.
Okay.
But
I didn't watch this part too because of my schedule. Now I'm getting it.
To God who sees me, knew I did it with the whole of my heart was to minister. That was the only job I had to do, minister. Anything that happened in the Bayat Academy, I already attended twice as student, the second time and the fifth time.
What is on school?
I was like, no, I had to here. Right? My sole focus was Abbas ministry, and to just come on Wednesdays, pray with people, give prophetic words, counsel, preach, and all that. And that was what I did up until the time I left. Many people could bear me witness about this. But now I'm still everywhere, and it has necessitated me to come out and clear the air. I have no idea about the whereabouts of Rachel at this point in time. I've tried to reach out to her. No. I've tried to reach out to everyone I know.
Does it mean
who was part of the admins and who is still with them? None of them has been reachable. Right? They've totally cut me off. And it's fine, but my only wish,
Lijoka, later
desire is just to see Jiro come out because I know what the family is going through, and so up until this point, I've tried to cooperate with the family to see how she can come out. So, and this is just all I know. This is all there is with my perspective on the Ejiro's case. It will be my joy to see Jiro come out from and this is
still living there.
To everyone who would, I know they will see the
I think
and is currently in that contraption. Please please and please, please and please go back to your families. What you have now is not what we started with. Somehow we have lost track. Somehow we have been misled. And it may look like, where do you start from? It's not been easy for me starting afresh. I had to leave the ministry, no source of income, no 9 to 5, families there, responsibilities there, but I just knew it's better for me. In fact, I had a major family health emergency.
Okay, he has been evicted.
I'll say it as it is. My wife put to bed in January, and we had no money for hospital. We had nothing, because we just, at that point in time, we knew that if we cut off, this was going to happen. There was no source of supply and everything. God was just going to be our only source of supply. But because we knew the magnitude of,
he doesn't live in the place again.
Continue. That was just a small price to pay. The same families that we were told to cut off from, the same families that rally around us to help us.
That is it.
Hospital bills, make sure things went well, and we are still here today. Not all cleared, but at least God is still helping us.
Getting there.
And so if you are there, and if you are still there and you think, where do I start from? This is this hope I have. Please, you have a family there, they will help you through. Please come out. This is not what you signed up for. This is not what you began with. This is not what you were told you were going to do. Please. All right, so that's it. Any other communication from now henceforth?
So that is the part 2 of the video. I only posted the first part, so that's the part 2. Somebody said, I hope Taye is safe. I think it will be safe. I am sorry if there was a mix-up. I was busy, you guys know, so I only watched the part 1, got some information a little bit, and this part 2 really explained everything. And it's so unfortunate that more your love. No, from what I'm seeing, I am convinced now, after listening to the second part, I am convinced that Taye is also a victim. I have that conviction that Taye himself is a victim whose life has been messed up. Remember, he was asked to leave his job to join the ministry, and they got him the house and everything. He was involved in that church with the wife. He said he has left. That's why he's able to say what he's saying and telling others, please leave. You are in the wrong place. Hopefully, the people trapped there. But they keep saying the place does not have a physical address. So which one is Taye mentioning again? They say the place does not have a physical address, right? So they say they only meet online. Something is not. Someone, you say go back to your 9 to 5. Where's the job? Where's the job? When many other people are looking for a job. He resigned the job by himself. They didn't force him to. That is the power of brainwash and manipulation. That is the power of religion. It doesn't matter whatever you call it. You can say it is not Christianity, it is not this. It's religion. When we tell you religion is man-made, anybody can define it the way they want. Just like the ones in the old was defined by certain people. That's what we are seeing.